Hey Chris, what's your take on the fuel crisis in Australia?
Well, motorists are pretty sick of it, I think. We're sick of paying petrol at the higher prices at the Bowser. We're just sick of the whole system. In fact, we've probably got car owners virus. Anyway, seriously, the price of fuel is really a worry, and we often know, well, what's the breakup of that? The breakup's really the excise. The excise is pretty much a tax on fuel, and they have excise on tobacco and alcohol as well, but that goes up indexed twice each year according to CPI, and the CPI is just another term for inflation. So once the automatic CPI rise comes, there's no comment from the government about dropping the actual excise, it's increased. Now, the thing with the excise is 52.6 cents. Now, what they do is they work out, well, what the cost of the fuel is, the transport, the margins, the whole lot, and the excise, and then they add 10%. So you're paying tax on tax, which is pretty bad. Now, that's 52.6 cents a litre. For example, what are they paying in the United States? They're paying with federal and state taxes around about 11 to 12 cents on average per litre. So we're being slugged a fair bit of money just because of the way the government collects revenue. We have two oil refineries currently going in Australia. About 25 years ago, we had 8. Then it cut down to 4. Now we're down to 2. Those two oil refineries are being subsidised by the government at $2 billion per annum to keep it flowing. Australia imports 90% of its fuel, mostly from South Korea and also from Japan, and most of it goes through Singapore from the Strait of Hormuz. So most of our fuel is coming from the Straits. We manufacture about 9% of our fuel, and that's for domestic usage, but it's woefully inadequate. The world standard about keeping oil reserves is 90 days. We're down to under 30 days at the moment. So there's a systemic failure of how we manage energy in Australia. And if we're not too careful, we're going to run out of fuel. We need to actually look at investing in our own fuel supplies rather than relying upon foreign countries or foreign wars to actually solve our problems. So, yes, we're a bit angry about it. Yes, should it get better? We can't blame the rest of the world. We have to look at ourselves and say, what do we do?